Hello everybody, welcome to FC Amakhosi fan channel. This is Sanam Joy. Like, comment, subscribe. So yeah guys, I'm reacting to the game that we played yesterday against Raleigh M. I must say that I wasn't impressed. I was not impressed about how we played and the chances that we missed. I wasn't impressed. But yeah, probably before I start with the game and tell you how I saw the game and what I think about everyone, including the coach, let me just say this to you that it's the first game of the second half of the season, and it was expected that we'll see these guys being rushed and all, but at the end of the day, we missed an opportunity to jump above Orlando Pirates to go to position 4 or 3 there. We missed an opportunity to go up there. So what does it mean in terms of the table? It means that there's not much really that has happened. I mean, Pirates, they played a draw with Mamelodi Sundowns. It was our chance to capitalize and get the opportunity of going above Orlando Pirates and cementing our top 3. So if we draw against these guys, Raleigh M, like the way that we drew yesterday, it wasn't really a convincing draw. I would say that it's points dropped. It's points dropped for me because, I mean, we had opportunities. They also had opportunities, but our opportunities were more versus them. Don't be mistaken by the fact that there's so many corners. They did not really shoot much at Vuma only had 2 saves, you can say. The one from Matlaba and the other one where he parried the ball on his left. There was really not much. It wasn't really a ball that would trouble him, the second one. So he did not really have much to do because of what the centre backs did, because of what the defense did in terms of covering him. So it's 2 points drop for me. It's 2 points drop for me. We missed opportunities, 3 clear-cut chances, you can say, 2.5 with that Sile, 1 where he missed a chance when he was not when he was seeing the goal post and the keeper was coming to close him. Could have done better, probably because he chose a wrong foot to strike the ball, because he used his weaker foot, but still it doesn't negate the fact that we missed that chance. So we missed like 3 chances that I would say that those were really chances, and the saves that the keeper made as well. So he really stood out for them, and was the man of the match. It was the man of the match. And I would say to you that, yeah, I wasn't happy with the draw. I wasn't happy, but I'm also understanding where other people are coming from when they say that no, but it's not all lost. But at the same time, I'm like, we will say not all is lost, but we are missing chances of going up there and playing in Africa. And coaches, I have question marks with the coaches, but it's something that we'll discuss. So let me look at the starting lineup, how the starting lineup was, and the changes. Were they forced or were they tactical changes? So it was Vuma on sticks. He kept his starting lineup. It was Hlanti, who's returning as well. It was Njabulo Ngobo, who was a forced change. Why was he a forced change? Because Dove got injured apparently just before the game started. He got injured, and then this guy Ngobo came in. How did he play? I'm gonna tell you now. So Msimango kept starting lineup as well. Frostler kept the starting lineup. Matt and Castillo, Kosimpile Ngobo kept the starting lineup, and then Modi kept the starting lineup. Dupreez came back after he started the last game from the bench, where he came on for Gonzalez. Saile kept the starting lineup. And on the bench it was Peterson, it was Kwinika, Mthetho, Mashiane, Shabalala, Vilakazi, Doli, Duba, and Gonzalez. No Ranga, no Mdantsane, no Potsane, and. So with the starting lineup, it was a forced sub when Ngobo came in because Dove got injured. How did he play with Msimango? For me, and I always say this, some of you have written off this guy. You have said that no, he's not worthy to play for us. He mustn't be given that contract extension. And I'm like, Are you convinced now after that game how solid this guy was yesterday? How solid they were with Msimang? I'm not comparing them with Simango, but the partnership that they formed yesterday was so beautiful to watch. How they kept the ball, how they would start those moves, how they start building from the back, how they kept composure, how they made sure that they keeping the ball, how they made sure, and the blocks that they made, like they really made 2 or 3 beautiful blocks, both of them. I would say to you that this was probably the best I've seen from the 2 center backs in terms of understanding each other, in terms of how they kept the cool. And the one thing that I've been saying, and some of you probably you haven't paid attention on, Nobo, he can play the left center back because he has a good left foot in him. He can switch the ball with his left foot. He can pass the ball and find our own player. So yesterday, how he was calm, how he was reading the game. Like there was a time, I think in the 72 minutes, between they were trying to pass Amakhosi the ball. He came in between him and this other guy, I don't remember who it was. He came in between running, reading the game. He was reading the game. He came in between running and he kept on driving with the ball, and until that he was fouled. And I was like, wow, that was so exceptional. That was so exceptional to watch for me. How Simango played yesterday. He was my man of the match for Kaizer Chiefs. He was my man of the match because of how he kept the calmness, how he kept the cool. Like they would try and switch the ball, and he'll be there to strap the ball and then bring it down, and then they play, and then he's starting from the back. They're starting to build. Like they had a good understanding yesterday, and they could dribble, they could read the ball, they could read the game, they could pass each other, they could open to receive the ball. Like it was a marvel to watch that center pairing. It was beautiful to watch. For me, I would say, given a fair chance, Ngobo and Msimang, they need to play together. Yes, Dove, when he comes back, he needs to come back and compete. Dikoko is the same. When he comes back, he needs to come back and compete. For me, I'm like, why Ngobo is not offered the contract? But each and every time that he's getting a chance, he's using those opportunities. Yes, he only made one mistake in the 57th minute where he was playing the ball with our keeper, where they tried to pass the ball with each other, and then we considered an unnecessary corner. Other than that, how many mistakes did this guy do? Close to zero. So I enjoyed that center pairing. Frosler was a standard player for me for 30 minutes or so. He was a standard player. Hlanti as well also had a good game. There was a time he missed a chance where Dupreez was fouled, and then we had a set piece. He was fouled by Matlaba, and then the ball was played. We shot the ball at the keeper. The keeper parried the ball back to Ngobo. Kosing Pile, he found Dupreez. He found Modi returned the ball to Hlanti. Hlanti had a powerful shot, and it was a good save from the keeper. And he had few crosses, but I would say to you, because it's the start of the game, I was like 3 players from our team, they have yellow cards. It was him who has a yellow card, Matt and Modi, they are one card away from suspension. And then this guy in the 57th minute, Hlanti in the 57th minute, he's fouling a player in the opposition half. He's fouling a player who's looking the other direction. I'm like, but like, are you for real now? Are you getting that yellow card like intentional or what? Like, that's one mistake for me. I would say that, like, I did not really understand from Hlanti. But other than that, our defense was good. Our defense was very good. And how he looked, there was that ball where he played to Dupreez, the second chance that Dupreez got. Hlanti played the ball. It was him who found him. And then Dupreez wanted to, I don't know if he was looping or he's trying to get an extra touch to take the ball away from the keeper and then score with his left. I was like, yeah, Hlanti had a good game, and Dupreez had one of the poor game yesterday. It was poor. His performance was poor yesterday. The first chance that he got, it was a ball that was played by Frosler, and the ball, like, it went as if it was going outside, and it found him one-on-one with the keeper. one-on-one with the keeper. He kept his cool, he was relaxed, and then he looked up and to see where the keeper is at. He did everything right except the final ball. Except the final ball. You are one-on-one with the keeper, and the keeper is closing the angle, you can say. Like, one would say that why didn't you vala the keeper and then place it down there? It was a good try for him to look the keeper, but I mean, we're not going to be forgetful of that chance that he missed. One-on-one with the keeper, and then he looks the ball, and then it goes outside. Hey, yeah, it wasn't one of his best game yesterday. It was one of his worst game yesterday. Chances after chances. If it's not the first touch, like, it's him missing those chances, or too many two touches, like too many touches. Like, yeah, it wasn't Dupree's best game yesterday. The midfield was dead. The only player who was alive yesterday it was Matt for me. Matt was like one of the alive players there in the middle of the park. Modi was in and out of the game. Castillo was out of the game. West, Kosimpile was West. Only one through ball that he played. But other than that, it was a dead midfield. Saile was alive on the right as inverted winger who also comes in to be a striker. They will interchange with Dupree's. He missed opportunities as well, like the opportunity I mentioned. Like, sometimes with Saile, you'd question his final decision. His decision, like final decision, it's poor at times. He shoots when he's supposed to pass, and when he's supposed to shoot, he passes the ball. And sometimes he just passes or crosses for the sake of crossing without seeing where is our player coming or where to play the ball. And I was like, you know what? He was one of our best players, especially in the offensive play. But in terms of the final ball, yeah, it was poor, and that opportunity he missed one-on-one with the keeper as well. But you can say that because it wasn't passed by Dupree's. Dupree's was still trying to dribble, and the ball deflected into the AM's player, and then it went to Saile, and Saile was quickly closed down by the keeper, and he did not have much time to react or to think what to do at that moment. And then he tried to hit the ball with the right, and the ball went out. So I can safely say to you, we missed 3 clear-cut chances. Dupree's 2, Saile 1, with the keeper making a save from Shanti's ball, and another ball by Saile. But we missed 3 cut chances, and that's why I'm saying we dropped points. That's why I'm saying we drop points. And my question is, if Castillo enjoys going forward, and I've been saying this, and some of you are calling me names, Castillo enjoys going forward, who was shielding our defense? Who was making sure that our defense is not exposed that much? I mean, in the 23rd minutes, already these guys, they had like 6 corners. 6 corners. They had six corners, these guys. They had 6 corners in the 23rd minute. And it's not as if they were hitting Vuma. Our players were blocking these balls because they were really shooting from outside. Only save that Vuma made was the one from Matlab. Other than that, there's not really that other save that he paired, but it wasn't really much of like a ball that would trouble him. So our guys, especially defense, they played very well. They kept the clean sheets for us. In terms of the midfield, was dead. Modi was in and out of the game, and our coach made a blunder. He made a blunder. I don't understand his tactics. He sees that these guys are not working in terms of entering the opposition box. He sees that this guy is off. He sees that Dupree's is off, and then he's substituting him in the 92nd minute. He's subbing him in the 92nd minute for Duba. What are you expecting Duba to do? He kept this guy for longer. Like, yeah, his sub was long overdue for me. And then Dolly came in as well. The Duzi Shawala came in as well. Dolly looks slimmer, bit fit, but yeah, he was out as well. I only saw him once or so because he came on around the 60-something minutes, 70-something minutes. He came and did not do much. The person who came on and brought some liveliness in the game, it was Mduduzi Shabalala. He looks hungry, but will he play the next game? Because that's another thing. You're not helping these guys. You're not helping their confidence because you play them, you don't play them. You play them, you don't play them, and the next time that they play, they'll play after a month or so. Like in terms of the match fitness, where they're gonna get the match fitness. So yeah, guys, that is what I saw yesterday. That is my reaction. Like, tell me your thoughts. Like from defense, what do you think about the pairing of these guys, the two center backs that played yesterday? What do you think about Frosler's play? What do you think about Atlanti's play? Without being negative, without being like hateful, what do you think about the defense yesterday? For me, it was our best department yesterday because Vuma only had 2 saves, as I said, and the defense, the 2 center backs, they kept the guys at bay. Hence, they kept on shooting from outside and they had those corners. What do you think about? It seems as if for me, that combination, Matt Castillo and Nobo, that combination is not working. That combination is not working. The coach needs to do something about that combination. He needs to do something about that combination. Probably he needs to say, okay, you know what, Matt, just go and play beat up front. Play number 10. Play number 10 and then Castillo play box to box because you enjoy going forward and also you can come back and check you are good at that, and then play Mtetwa as the CDM, the only CDM there to cover the defense. And then he would give that license for the other guys to go up front. Because yesterday, you would see open spaces in between. Hence, the defense was overworked. Hence, so many corners because there was no one who was shielding them. There was no one who was shielding those guys at the back. So, we need to think about that combination. But for me, I don't think that combination is working. Tell me your thoughts as well. Am I making sense, or you have probably different ideas or thoughts about what I'm saying? Dupree's, what are you thinking about Dupree's? What do you think about our wingers? If Modi is off, who can come in and change the game? If Sahil is not giving us anything, who can come in and give us those things? And for the first time, Villegas was on the bench. Do you think that he could have done better? Maybe so, as a number 10. I don't know. What do you think, guys? But let me know what you think. And then I'll read for you what did the coach say after the game. He said something that probably would agree with what I just said to you. He said on the post-match interview, he said focal points now is we need to be a bit better on the ball. I think the conditions were perfect to play football, but it looked like my players were not good enough to play in the perfect conditions, Johnson said. I think we needed 35 degrees, the sun must shine, and then we could do better. But in saying that, yeah, we have to go back to the drawing board. We need to make sure we build better for both sides. Make sure that our players are aware of where they are on the pitch in order to score the goals, but most importantly, get better opportunities to score the goals, to score the goals. I think that we are not giving we are not creating so many chances for our strikers. And our strikers, when they get opportunities, they need to take those opportunities. And the coach, for me, he was poor tactical in the sense of how we played the game, how we managed the game in terms of the subs, how we kept especially Dupree's for longest of time. If I was to rate, let me rate these guys. Vuma for me, so 5 being average, and then 8 being like exceptional, 9 and 10 obviously being like wow, like exceptional. So Vuma for me, because they did not really hit him, they did not really take so many shots at him. I would say it was an average play, and he needs to work on his distribution. Like there were balls that he will play outside, but in terms of confidence, how he will call the ball if it was corner kick, like he was exceptionally there. So he has improved greatly, like aerially, but he wasn't really like, yeah, attacked. So I would say for him, I'll give him a 6. I'll really give Vuma a 6 because he wasn't really tested. Then Shanti, I would give him with that shot that he played, with that ball that he played with to Dupree's, with his defending like position, except that yellow card. I would give him a 7. I would really give him a 7. He really had a good game. Throughout the first half, he was one of the best defenders. I would give him like a 6. I'll give him a 6. And then the two center backs, I'll give Simango and problem Simango, I'll give him like a 9, like a strong 9. I'll give Simango a strong 9. I'll give Ngobo a 8, like a strong 8. With him and Simango, I would say that probably they were both 8s, both 9s, except that he made a mistake, Ngobo, with that corner that we considered. So I'll give him like 8.5 while giving Simango a 9. And then CDM, don't know if it was Castillo, it was Matt. That's how, like, I did not really enjoy those guys. So as for Matt, I would give him a 7. He was like our lively player. He was the one who was meeting or linking up well with other players. I would give him a 7. And then Castillo, he was really average yesterday. I'll give him like, yeah, I didn't see much from him except the 2 shots that he took. I'll give him a 6. Noble, I'll give him a 5. I'll give Noble a 5. Modi, I'll give him a 5. Like, he was poor yesterday, except in the second half, he was coming back. Sail, I'll give him a 7. He played like a good game. He was our best attacking weapon. Dupree's, I'll give him a 5. I'll really give Dupree's a 5. Like, he was poor yesterday. Subs, Duduzi Shaulala, I'll give him a 6. Dolly, I'll give him a 4, 5. Really, he did nothing. Did nothing. He really did nothing. And who else came on? Duba did not play enough to be rated. So those are my ratings. Tell me your ratings. What do you think about these guys? But yes, for me, I'm out, guys. AFC Amakhosi fan channel. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.